Coming to topic, there the most fundamental reason for selecting this topic for today is that yes, this month is celebrated as Quality Month worldwide. So we, as an industrialist, we should also discuss on quality and TQM. We can say it's backbone, it's a whole and soul if we talk about quality. So I opted this topic, and let me tell you very clear that yes, I am not a subject matter expert on this topic. Many of you must be knowing better than me about this topic. So I will expect this session to be interactive. We will learn from each other. We will discuss on different aspects, and I will try to make this session a bit engaged so that you will feel connected throughout the session. So Amit, should we wait for joining few more audience? Can someone confirm whether I'm audible or not?
Yeah, audible, very clear. आप एक काम कीजिए, आप जो फर्स्ट पेज होता है वो शेयर कर दीजिए, मैं इसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेके जो हमारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में है उसमें शेयर कर देता हूँ, और लोग ज्वाइन करते जाएंगे. आई थिंक 50 लोगों ने ज्वाइन कर लिया है, और मेरे ख्याल से जब 20 हो जाएंगे मोटा तो उस समय हम आप प्रेजेंटेशन स्टार्ट कर देंगे. और इस बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द presentation, if you like to interact with the participant, you can. फर्स्ट पेज आपका जो प्रेजेंटेशन का है वो आप इसमें शेयर कर दीजिए.
So now I'm not able to see any of you since I am sharing my screen. So it's responsibility of each of one to confirm whether I'm audible. And the topic TQM, we all know that is a very vast topic, and we cannot cover in one day. And the time slot of 1 hour, yes, we can just get a glimpse of TQM. So that's why I have kept the name of the topic as an overview of TQM, because in very short span of time we can just get a very few aspects can be covered, and it will be just an introductory. So in the entire session, nothing new will be shared. The things going to be shared maybe or hopefully known to all of us, but it will be just a revision, or we can say it's just a recall, and we should discuss on the tool, quality tool, the way of quality, what we use in industries nowadays very aggressively.
Yes, nice. So yeah, the screen is showing very clear an overview of TQM. Now I request Sanjeev, you can start your presentation one by one. Or before starting the presentation, if you like to know about participant as an introductory, I just वैसे मैंने किया है, आप उस समय ज्वाइन किए थे कि नहीं पता, तो आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं अपने कंफर्ट के हिसाब से. मैं तब तक इसको YouTube लाइव हो चुका है ये, तो हम मीटिंग स्टार्ट कर दें, प्रेजेंटेशन तो अच्छा रहेगा, ऐसा मेरा सजेशन है. या संजीव, ओवर टू यू.
Okay. So once again, I welcome you all formally for this session of an overview of TQM. And the content of my short presentation will be divided in two phases. The phase one is introductory phase, in which I will let you know about myself in brief. Then we will discuss why this topic has been chosen. Then views on quality, transformation of quality, understanding of quality. And phase two, we will talk a little bit about implementation, in which how the process or the methodology or the challenges we face to implement TQM to an organization. Then leadership, vision, mission, we'll discuss a little bit on that. We'll also discuss on Deming's chain reaction. We'll discuss on quality belief. Then I will get, I will let you to go through TQM, how it is a way of self-improvement. So many of you may know me, and those who are interacting first time, for them, uh, my name is Sanjeev Saraswat, and you can connect me on my phone number, whatever displaying here, 933-496-4480. My mail ID and my LinkedIn ID is sanju1350@yahoo.com. So I have overall 21 plus years of experience. I have worked in the domain of manufacturing, and I have covered mainly the areas of production, quality, and PPC functions. I have a history of working in automobile and auto component industry. Passing out after NI50 Ranchi in 2001, I started my career as an supervisor of forge shop at Sri Lakshmi Industrial Forge Engineers Limited, Bangalore. And after that, moving a step to a step, gradually, right now, I'm holding a position in Tata Motors. And right now, I'm working in Pune plant, as was already told by Amit. So, in my entire professional career, I have been a very strong belief that learning and learning with working, and it should be a well thought out plan for those who are also well qualified before starting their career, and the people like us who are not having a sufficient qualification to get a good position in industry. For them, it's very much necessary. So I strongly believe that we should learn continuously and we should upgrade. So based on this belief, I have upgraded myself. I started my career as a diploma, and gradually I became a MBA. So I'm very much aspired to lead with a team who's involved with the business planning and to become a part of strategic decision in a long term. In my current role, I am working as Deputy General Manager, CX BITCF at Tata Motors, CV Pune. So participants, please do not make it as a one-way presentation, because I already told that I'm not a subject matter expert. I just took this opportunity, and I really thank to MetFor Network for providing the opportunity to have a quality discussion, to spend this 1 hour discussing with industry people working in industry, and just with a motive to have a intellectual 1 hour on the out of weekend. I really thank to all of you who has managed to join on the afternoon of Sunday, which is going to a weekend. And a lot of us are a lot of personal plans for this day. So it's a great pleasure for me that you all have joined us to listen and have any discussion on this topic. During introduction, already I have shared that why this topic has been chosen. So, being quality month, once again, I will uh, let you remember that this month of November is a World Quality Month, and overall, it is celebrated as Quality Month. So, TQM is a very apt topic for this month to discuss upon. Needless to say that TQM, we all understand this T stands for total, Q for quality, and M for management. So if we want to really know or understand the total quality management, we need to understand these three words. One is total, second is quality, and third is the management. And before going ahead, I would like to participants, am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Both.
Okay, fine. So please speak in between. Otherwise, I'm just able to see my presentation on screen. I'm not able to see any of you. So it's very difficult for me to identify whether I'm connected or not connected. So whenever we talk about, yeah, I was just saying that before proceeding and moving further into the topic, I would like to share one small story that when I let my family know that yes, today I'm going to have one interactive session with a lot of persons who work in industry, and the topic is related to quality. So, to my hello,
Yes, Sanjay, continue.
yes, is my camera on?
Yes, yes. The you can make the full view.
Okay, so I was telling that there is a small story that when I shared this event with my family, and as they know that I work in production, and I told them that I'm going to share my thoughts on a topic related to quality. So my better half told me that you have not never worked in the field of quality. So do you really know quality? And you are going to present on something on that. So once I thought that yes, she is right. That if as a manufacturing guy, I'm really able to understand the quality, I would succeed each time and every time to offer a quality product to my customer. But that's not the fact. So yes, I agree to this point of my spouse that I do not understand quality. And to understand, we need to learn, practice, implement. We need to be a quality oriented person in our day-to-day life 24 by 7. So now moving to quality, total quality management. The total means end to end. So when we talk end to end, from where does it start and where does it actually end? If we consider a value chain of any industry, let it be a service industry, let it be manufacturing industry, what is the start point of value chain? We all are working professionals, so I would request few views on this.
Raw material.
Raw material, very nice. Anybody else? Anybody else can throw light? What is the start point if we talk about end to end of value chain?
Forging components.
Forging component. So forging component, it's a output of some process and input as an raw material. It is input to some of the process. May I request you to just accelerate your thought process and go as possible as upstream. One of my friend told raw material. One of us told forging component. So from where?
Traceability.
Pardon?
Traceability.
Traceability.
Mhm.
Yes, traceability is a parameter. Yes, definitely, it's a very much related to the value chain. I wanted to dig out your thought process and reach you to the initial, very initial point, from where the value chain starts. So one of my friend has told that raw material. From where do we actually get raw material?
Maybe from some natural resources.
Some natural resources. So we are going to, now you are very close to the very first process, I can say, that mining and digging out ores. Right. So the value chain starts from that point. Mining and digging out the ores. Then there are several sequence of processes, and for each of industry base, or we can say the type of industry, the raw material definition gets changed, the type of raw material gets changed. And so this, if we go to end, the beginning is the mining and digging out the ores to get the raw material. And if we move downstream and go to the end of the end, I can say at the one end was start of the end, one is the end of the end of the value chain. Where does it gets end? The value chain gets concluded at which point?
Finished good to the customer.
Finished good to the customer. Anything beyond customer? So suppose we own a car, we all of us own car or some of the goods what we use. You or me being a earning member of family, we buy a car or we buy a product. So we are customer for the industry which has manufactured that product. But with us, our family is attached, who actually use that product, and they are the consumer of the product, right? If we consider a school van, the auto industry produced it. There is, in the value chain, there is one transporter who buys it from the manufacturer through its delivery point. But the children who actually travel in that school van, they are the consumer of that product. They consume that product. So our value chain starts from the mining of ores and it concludes at the end of consumer. So whenever we talk about total, this comes to a total. The second word through which this entire topic, and not only this topic, the entire industry, may it be manufacturing industry, may it be service industry, may it be health sector, whatever, this queue, we all get revolving through this queue for quality. And if we learn to manage this T and Q, we will be able to manage our quality in totality. In my presentation, I've intentionally not put any of the tools, any of the technology, any of the methods, what may be running in your mind when you come across to discuss on this topic. I have just put the questions which arose in my mind when my dear friend Amit approached me that, yes, can you spare some time to have an interactive knowledge sharing session on Sunday? And when I thought that this can be a good topic in considering the current scenario, so a lot of questions started in my mind. So I just started typing those questions which I am putting in front of you so that it will be a good discussion forum rather than a speaking forum. Because yes, of course, I'm not a subject matter expert for this topic. So the first question starts: a manufacturing or service product typically views quality differently as compared to a customer or user. User means consumer. How are these ways different? Whose views prevail and whose should prevail? Means, does the view of manufacturers prevail or consumers prevail? Which has more weightage? Which has less weightage? Those things come into our thought process when we think for the quality, come stage to a stage. I am a manufacturer, for me quality is different. I am a customer, that time quality is different for me. I am a consumer, that time quality is different for me. But which prevail and which should prevail? This is the this point of discussion. So since all of us are working professional, few views on this question are welcome, so that I also feel good interaction, and I will also learn some new concept, because we all know that the concept which we learn from our experience is actually more and more factual, and it's practical to share upon. So I welcome a few views on this question, that whose views should prevail and whose views are actually prevailing when we talk about quality at different points. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, I want to ask one thing. I'm Rishabh from Asansol
Yes.
West Bengal. Now with
Yes, Rishabh, please.
ADC 50. So my question is, already I have worked in Mando Automotive in India, private limited Chennai in automobile sector.
Yes,
It is actually depending upon that. It's called manual rack pinion. It connected with steering.
yes,
So whenever the problem occurs with the dealers,
yes.
with those products, whatever any company is building, so how we will deal with that? Because obviously, if product defects is coming, then they feel every time problem and every time they will ask questions. So that time, how we can deal with that?
Uh, in one sentence, if you ask, this is very difficult to answer. But yes, since you have asked, and as much I know, you need to understand your customer. That in one sentence, I will reply to this question. The term KYC, know your customer, in view
Yes.
of quality, that needs to be defined by your industry, by your company, by your leaders. And if you are able to understand, if you are able to know your customer in detail properly, then you would be able to take steps to offer them a product which really values for your customer, and that we can correlate that yes, the product which values for a customer is a quality product.
Yes.
So product to product to product, service to service, customer to customer, it's vary. It's not fixed. It's not a. We cannot read out a definition written in book, and we can say that it's applicable everywhere.
Definitely.
It's not there.
Okay.
What happened? So I was there, right? Right. So earlier demand exceeded capacity, therefore the manufacturer determined what was quality. If we go to the starting of industrialization, the craftsmanship era, there capacity was less, demand was more. So it was a turn of manufacturer who was defining the quality. That yes, I will offer you products with these features, or will offer you this product, and that was quite being accepted by the customer. Today, the capacity of several products and services exceeded demand. Now, capacity through revolution of industries, capacity got increased, and now today the market is the buyer's market. So, what is quality is defined by it constitutes what is it's defined by quality. The customer who is determining what constitutes quality. Quality has gone from conformance to a specification to meet exceeding customer expectation, right? The way in which quality is viewed has undergone major transformation in the last few decades. It is determined by the customer. It has to be built in and not just sorted out at the end. If we go back there was a time of quality control, where at the end of the line, or we can say at PDI, the pre-delivery inspection, we were sorting out the good parts, bad parts, we were sorting out, and then we are offering good parts to the customer. But now the requirement is that we have to build in. It has to go through process. So quality requires the active participation of everyone in the organization, as it refers to the total experience of the customer. This approach differentiates total quality management from earlier thinking. Here is the key, that what is the difference? Why this term total quality management came into picture? I'm not going to discuss about the history, from where it started, how it started. We all must be knowing those things, and it is not possible to cover the entire thing in the short span of time also. But this approach, that the customer delight, customer expectation, fulfilling demand of customer, and as these approach started coming, the total quality management came into picture. We all have our own understanding of quality based on our expectation from a product or service. Here I would like to share one punchline. Very recently, our respected ED, Mr. Girishwal, there was an opportunity to interact with him. And you know, how did he define quality? Can anyone guess?
So between what the ores are coming from the minimum stages, we are taking from like whatever, like what they said, not getting the proper word, to the end of the consumer. You told between that, if everyone are satisfied, we can say that is quality, like maintained by ISI, whatever standards having, like this.
So, Rishabh, it is your understanding of quality. If you put yourself as a now, it will also get changed if you consider as a role of consumer, and if you are on the role of manufacturer, it will also get changed. The punchline, what was told by our ED, that treat quality as your family member if you really want to improve upon. It was really very touching punchline. As we all take care of our family members throughout our life, whatever may be our own condition, but we don't leave to take care of our family members. In the similar way, if we take care of quality in real manner, in real way, we will able to offer a quality product to our customer. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So from today, whoever is attending this session, please, I will request to take away this from this session, that treat quality as your family member. Now, think of a product or service that you were particularly happy with or did not like. What was it about the product, service that you liked or did not like? Here we can have a short discussion. Lot of us, there are 19 participants. So quickly we can have a short discussion on this. You can consider any of the product, may it be washing machine, may it be car, may it be computer, may it be laptop, may it be phone, and just share your thought quickly, that what you like, what you did not like, and what really make us to say, yes, the product I am holding or I am using, it's a quality product. Chalo, just consider this interactive session. This session was planned by MetFor Network. we all gathered here, and now try to understand the service, what is being offered to you. I'm a speaker, you are a listener, and MetFor Network is a platform who is organizing this service. So the 19 audience, whoever are attending this session, is it possible that one thing that is liked by me, the same thing will be liked by you or someone or all 19 of us?
No, not possible.
Not possible, right? So this message, this was a question in my mind, that would another person have the same reaction? So the answer is no. It will vary. What customer looks in terms of quality in a product is not easy. We all agree with this sentence, because it varies. Suppose I'm a user of a car, and for me, there is a term zero defect when we discuss for the quality. अभी मैं बोलता हूँ चलो मेरे कार में अगर कोई फंक्शनल प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, then it's a quality product for me. And suppose my friend Dipen, he says nahi, if other than functional problem, I expect that my car should have a mirror like finish, then it will be a quality product for me. For someone, ergonomy will come into picture. So it's very difficult to define in quality of a product. Anyway, there are few attributes of quality which quality guru David Garvin has defined for us: the performance, the product which we are offering or the service we are offering, how it is going to perform, the features which we are going to add in that product or in service, the conformance, its accuracy with respect to the specification and dimension, durability, how much it is going to durable in its life cycle, how much is going to reliable. Suppose, yes, one incident I remember of the product which I manufacture. I actually manufacture Tata Winger. It's a good product in the small commercial vehicle sector, and it often it's being compared with car because it used by passengers. So there was feedback from the marketing team that yes, we are able to sell this, but there are complaints about the reliability, that when we run at some, suppose there is an we make ambulance, and there is a green pathway marked for ambulance where vehicle has to run continuously because ambulance carries patient, and suppose because of some technical issue ambulance stops in between. So will customer rely on that product? It can be one of the case about if we consider the total volume sold to the customer, it may be one of the case, but even one of the case, if it has happened, it questions on the reliability of the product. So reliability is also very much important attribute of the quality. Then service, if there is a product, it will need service, so it should be serviced easily. The response of the product and aesthetics. So these 8 attributes, what is your choice? Means it's a question to the individual. Do you look for all 8 or do you look for one of eight or few of eight? That is our choice. But if we know that yes, these are the eight features of the attributes of the quality, then definitely we will start thinking that no, in my product also, I will look for all eight, right? If we talk about total quality management, we know there are a lot of quality gurus who have contributed to the subject of quality, respected Dr. Juran, Dr. Deming, Crosby, Taguchi, and Kano, etc. Each had their different emphasis and different approach to quality. Juran is known for his quality trilogy, Deming for his 14 points and system of profound knowledge, Kano for his ship model, Taguchi for his design of experiment and loss functions, etc. So you see, the gurus of quality who was accepted worldwide as a quality guru, they also had a different approach, different understanding of the quality. So of course, it is going to happen with us too. Now, this is all what I think that as an introductory we can cover for this topic. So now, yes, total quality management is there, which we know, which we try to implement, and it is, we all agree that it is essential if we want to be relevant in the industry at the current time frame. Here, the role of leadership is very much important. It has to be emphasized very clearly. And by the way, normally we take total quality management as a tool, but when I got a chance to interact with a qualified professor on this subject, then my thought changed that no, total quality management, TQM, is not at all a tool. It is a philosophy. And if when we start considering TQM as a philosophy, then only we will be able to implement it in real manner in our industry or in our personal life. So the few facts which quality gurus has given us, that the top management cannot delegate the responsibility for quality to anyone. And if you, the practical example to confirm this sentence is Hyundai. Hyundai was starving to sell the products. The director of the company took charge of quality, and being a Korean culture, many of us may be knowing that in Korean culture, being physical is quite normal. So even there are stories, there are instances that he went to up to that extent also with the team. But yes, he took the ownership of the quality as a top management, and the organization started getting results. And now we all aware that the consumers or the customers who use Hyundai cars, they are quite happy, right? So they have to take ownership and lead from the front. It's not that yes, CEO of the company is there and they have just told to the team, and it's responsible down the line team to make a quality product. Then the philosophy of total quality management will fail there. The vision and mission statement of organization need to reflect the true beliefs. Whatever, as an organization, we define our mission, we have a vision, we have values. It has to be a true belief and reflected how the business is run. Implementation of quality practices and TQ with responsibility of top leadership. This sentence is not sentence of mine, but this sentence is sentence of Dr. Zuran. So we need to take this thought strongly in our mind that it's the responsibility of top leadership. Failure of TQM, whenever it's going to implement our TQM in organization, the failure of TQM projects is often due to lack of understanding of the time and effort required. हमें नहीं पता होता है कि हमें कितना टाइम देना है, हमें कितना एफर्ट लगाना है, and where we fail, the lack of patience. There you are trying to implement or trying to carry out a TQM project, or you are trying to resolve the quality issue of your product, and there are a lot of challenges on that way. So if you lose your patience, you have lost the battle. Commitment is very much essential. Training, and if we are not properly trained on the subject, we will not be able. So first we need to get a proper training, we get a proper knowledge. And if we have fear of failure, then also it can be a reason of failure of carrying out TQM projects, right? So Dr. Deming, unlike a belief that quality costs money, how many of us agree that yes, quality costs money, and how many do not agree to this?
Yes, I agree.
Agree means on what? Quality costs money, or quality does not cost money?
Quality cost money.
Any other view?
No, quality doesn't cost money.
Perfectly, quality does not cost money. Quality saves money. If we think in overall picture, in a bigger picture, quality helps us to reduce our cost. So the Deming chain reaction in subsequent slide, we will come to know that how it helps in reduction of cost by reducing the waste. When it comes to the total quality management, it's come to leadership, as we discussed in previous slide. So companies, organization, or as an individual, where there is a good leader, there is a successful leader, there is success in implementing total quality management. So we need to understand that what exactly makes us a good leader. We can have one separate session on that because it's not possible to cover. So yes, right now in a brief manner, what we can say, or we can agree to this, that the manager is not essentially a good leader. We all can easily become a manager, but we cannot easily become a good leader. Few qualities of a good leader, which is worldwide acceptable, which is fact, universally accepted: vision, passion, courage, ethical behavior, being a role model, and a strong customer focus. These are the few. Apart of these features, apart of these qualities, lot of other qualities also required to become a good leader. Leaders need to lead from the front and demonstrate the passion and commitment they expect from the rest of the organization. So where there is this type of leadership, there is success in implementing total quality management. So the participants, from where you have come, in whichever industry you are working, please go, please discuss these thoughts, these beliefs in your team, and let them understand, let them accept that yes, what is the role of the leadership in implementing total quality management. One of the things which leaders need to create and share with the organization is a vision that should energize people. As a company, हम जो कुछ vision अपना decide करते हैं, it's a part of a strategy, and it's normally the policy makers of the organization, the very top level, top management level, which decide our vision. So while framing our vision, it should be framed in such a way that it should energize our people, energize our team. Then only they will engage themselves 24/7 for implementing total quality management, which normally does not happen. Many of the organizations make mistake while framing the company's vision. So this is also a very important point to go and discuss after this session with your management, with your team. Question whenever whatever vision of your organization is, go read it, try to understand it, and think it that is it really energizing our people. If not, discuss with your management, try to reframe it in such a way that it should energize your people. Because if there is a lack of energy of the team, there is lack of goal, we will fall down from the goal, right? How effectively it is communicated with the team. मिशन विजन वैल्यूज हमने बनाया और अपने बोर्ड रूम में लगा दिया, टीम को उसके बारे में कुछ जानकारी नहीं है, या बनाया सॉफ्ट फ्लोर पे लगा दिया बट कभी उस पर डिस्कशन ही नहीं होता। तो जो एक्चुअली काम करते हैं प्रोडक्ट को बनाने के लिए, उन्हें भी एक एक शब्द, each and every word of the mission, vision and values should be known to them properly. जो हमने बात की थी, तो point which we discussed, that naming chain reaction which proved that quality does not cost money. So if we improve quality, there is a reduction in cost because of less rework, there will be fewer mistakes, there will be fewer delays, snacks, better use of machine time and material. All these things will cover if we consider TQM, TPM, J. These are the tools which help us to keep our machine uptime improved, get good quality of material, improve our process. So by improving design, part, process, upkeeping of machines, we are able to produce a quality which reduces our rework. If there is a reduction in rework, there is reduction of cost. So it improves the productivity. I don't think that there is any ambiguity or misagreement to this point, right? And there, if there is a productivity improvement, how it will help us? It will help us to capture the market with better quality and lower price, which is a prime requirement of
শুনু এক
any industry, right?
কভারটাতে বসা তুমি
So if we are able to manage our cost and you are able to manage producer quality, we are able to manage the capture the market. Now one more view I just remembered that as there was a view that we should treat quality as our family members. For existence of an industry, market share is the paramount importance. If we have less market share, we are less into the business, and each of us are trying to get more and more market share. So if we are talking about market share, it should be treated as a daughter. This is this statement was also given by a senior leader of Tata Motors long back, around 20 years ago. See how this sentence creates a seriousness in employees. If it is correlated with that, yes, market share is like our daughter. The sensitivity which gets created in our mind, we can imagine, and how then we will not, as we do not let anybody put eye on our daughter, it's same way we should not allow anybody to put eye on our market share. And for that, all this back work need to be done: productivity improvement, reduction of cost, and improvement of quality. So if we are able to do this, we are stay in business, we will be relevant, and we are provide jobs and more jobs. So now one of our audience uh, who has a view that yes, quality costs money. I think with the chain reaction of Dr. Deming, now it's very much clear that quality does not cost money. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how Dr. Deming has very systematically and dramatically defined the interrelationship among the suppliers, the manufacturing organization, and its customer in a simply manner that we had seen in the Deming chain reaction. Now moving towards the end of the session, what is the belief all of us hold in our mind if we talk about quality? From where does quality start? From the operator who is producing, who is working online, from the supervisor who is leading them, from the shop in charge, from the plant in charge, or you can go up to any level. So if this is the question that from where does quality start, what will be your answer?
So operator.
Quality starts with every individual of the company.
So can we say that quality starts with me?
Yes.
Definitely.
So we have to say this very proudly and boldly, and we have to confident to saying this as quality begins with me, right? So I am going to share one exercise which I had an opportunity that can TQM be implemented for self-improvement? And in next 4 to 5 slides, I will let you know that yes, it can be. And if we have this belief in our mind that quality begins with me and we start implementing TQM for self-improvement, we will be able to implement quality for our product quality improvement or to implement quality in our organization also. So moving ahead. I hope these 5 steps are known to all of us. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. DMAIC. It comes wherever we talk about any problem solving. We define the problem, we measure that we can collect the sufficient data, and then we analyze those data. Improve means the action phase comes into picture, what we need to do to resolve that issue, and then standardization to sustain. So there is a small example which I have used, and after I used that time, I have been using it on a regular basis in my life. So I'm very much shameless or very much confident to share this with you. How, what exactly we need to do if we want to implement TQM for our self-improvement? So we need to identify some quality attributes for self, right? Like these, and it should not be less than 6, and it should be more than 10. Somewhere between 6 to 10. Yes, we have lot of priorities, we have lot of problem, but we cannot solve all at a time. So we need to prioritize. So whatever things, whatever parameters we need to, we are aiming to improve upon, we will shortlist few of them. And so these were done for me, and like that you can also define something for you, like to keep healthy, I need to do a 30 minutes walk or yoga exercise on daily basis. Punctuality is very much important. So if I go to office, my punch time it should be plus minus 2 minutes from the mean time. We have to attend a lot of meetings in day out. So whatever meeting is there, we need to join on time. Then we need to we you in that the role which when I did the exercise, I was aging with aggregates, and that point of time, chassis assembly line was my customer. So I was a I was in a role where I was storing and supplying aggregates to my customer. Aggregates means the major part which we use to assemble for a vehicle. So the visual defects, it should be corrected on the same day. That was taken as a parameter or a quality attributes. And one guideline was there by my guide of the project, that whatever attributes you take for your self improvement, it should be mix of personal and professional, because we need to balance both. So 30 minutes quality time I need to spend with my family. This 30 minutes means for someone it can be 1 hour, 2 hour, it varies, but yes, it can be a good quality attribute for self development. Self study for 1 hour. Then suppose I I'm weak in vocabulary, you must be observing through the interaction for last 40 minutes that yes, I find difficulty in communicating in English. So I took this as this, yes, ideally I will learn 5 new words. And in the era of electronic gadgets, we are going far away from the writing practices. So I will write 1 page on daily basis. And most important for all of us who are married, that no quarrel with a spouse. So these 9 parameters were taken by me. You can think of your quality attributes and you can take accordingly for implementing TQM for self-improvement. So once this defined phase is done, all these attributes you need to define on the scale of 4W1H. What, when, where, who, and how, right? Then in the next step exercise, what I did, that I started capturing the defects. So in personal quality attributes, how we to capture the defects, that on daily basis, out of these 9 attributes, what I decided for me, where did I miss, which I could not do on a particular day. Okay, so that was plotted in this way for a period of, you can say 2 months. So 2 months of the target, right? So this can be done. It can also be exercise for our kids who study in college age. Even we can put in practice for our daily activities for our family members.
Yes, sir.
So once this was plotted, then analysis was done, that in over a period of 2 months, total number of defects and which defects contributed how much, what is the frequency. That exercise was done, which we called analysis phase of the DMAIC process. So this DMAIC, it's a Six Sigma step, and it's a, we can say it's a backbone of TQM. Whenever we talk about TQM project, these 5 words come into picture: DMAIC. So these are the roadmaps through which TQM projects are carried out. So analysis was carried out, right? So After carrying out analysis, whatever this Pareto, it now we need to infer that yes, what does analysis say? We need to get input. Infer means we need to understand that what does this chart actually give us the message what we are getting from this chart. So I could be able to identify the top 2 contributors, right? So attribute number 7, vocabulary building, and attribute number 4, aggregate visual defect correction on same day. So one was from personal and one was from professional. Now here comes into picture the implementation of tools, where a lot of things will come into mind, that Pareto analysis, then histogram, then scatter diagram, the 7 QC tools, right? So once we analyze, then there is a tool which we use in TQ, affinity diagram. It is not very common in use. Normally we use run chart, histogram, and Pareto. These are in common use. And this affinity diagram, it's actually it's a TQM tool. The term which I use, that this histogram and scatter diagram, those are 7 QC tools. So those came into picture long ago, and when TQM started, then one of the tool, affinity diagram, a lot of other tools are there. So one of the tool is affinity diagram, where we divide the factors on different category. That yes, one attribute was taken. Now we need to improve. We need to take some action. Once analysis is done, we need to take some action to improve upon. So before taking action, it was categorized in 3 different factors: environmental factor, human factor, resource factor. So these factors can also vary depending upon the attribute, right? You can practice it, this exercise for yourself. You can take a short span of time of 1 month, say, and it will give a very real sense. So these parameters were categorized in different buckets: human, environmental, and resource. Then we need to justify that yes, it's not that easily we need to validate our causage of the problem. If there is some cause that you cannot say that I feel this cannot be a cause. No, we need to validate it. So for validation, there are a lot of other tools, that is not, or you can use P chart, or you can do Poisson distribution, or you can do Gemba. You can get a conclusion from a practical tryout on your line. So these factors, the out of listed causes, these causes are significant or non-significant. So once you are able to define the significant cause, most significant cause, then you will be able to reach to the root cause, right? And once the root cause is reached, then we need to decide that what to be done, who will do, when will we do, where will be done. In some of the causes, 3W1H comes into picture, and few of the causes 5W comes into picture, few 4W1H comes to, but this 1H, it always come into picture. And there is a small story. Once again, I would like to share with you all that how important is how. May it be our personal life, may it be professional life. We always face problem, and when we face problem, we try to get a solution for that problem. So there are two approaches. One approach is that yes, problem is there, solution is known, implement the solution, problem is resolved. If solution is not known, then what will you do? So gentlemen, it's question to you all. If the solution of problem is not known, then what will you do? Amitesh, Vikas, Lawton. Can I get some Mr. A.S. Gatre, Girdhari Sahu? Can I get some input that if the solution of problem is not known, what we will do?
So if the problem is not known, then we can take help of quality tools.
Right, very right, Girdhari. So we need to define the problem using quality tools. Okay.
Yes.
So once the problem is defined, then the cycle will repeat. Define, measure, analyze, improve, and then control phase will come. So I was talking about how important is house. Where is a small story? Once there was an opportunity that I volunteered in my house to help my spouse for making breakfast, and I told that today is my holiday, so I will take this opportunity. She was also very happy, and she offered me a activity of cutting carrots into small pieces. So I cut the carrots and handed over to her. She became very angry that how you have cut the carrots. So I told her, how means what? You told me to cut the carrots. The way I knew to cut the carrots, I cut the carrots. Me. So the reply was that कैसे करना था, कितना, that is to be known. So through this small story, I just wanted to give you the message that this one H is leading over the all W's, that what, where, when, who, where, and sometime one more W comes to picture, that is which. So all these W's are superseded by one H. So this how is very much important. And the total quality management, TQM, is the method, is the way which tells us how to do, how to improve quality. That's why TQM holds importance in industries that much, as industries are starting to get it implemented. In industries taking steps, they are hiring consultants to get implemented, because TQM gives us the methodology. There are several initiatives driving quality which tells us what we need to do, but when it's come how, the TQM is the best methodology, the best tool, or the best philosophy which help us, right? So now coming back to the topic. So once the root cause was known for the attribute of my personal life, I defined it on this way, that what will be exactly done and how will be done to solve that, right? So once that was done, then the last step, that control measure, that action were validated, it was checked for results, then results were satisfactory, continue the same, intention to improve will become attitude. Okay, and then we need to put in practice, make it we make it as an habit, and habits come from practice. See, a lot of words which are coming into this discussion is very much known to us, but how it is relating, it is giving a direction that yes, TQM is a philosophy rather than a tool. Okay. So once it is done, then we need to deploy it horizontally. So with this example of my personal life, that how TQM can help us to improve, I just tried to share my thoughts on TQM. So as far as session is concerned, from my side, I'm going to conclude it. And now the forum is open for discussion. I will try to answer the questions which I know. If I do not know, I will boldly say that yes, I don't know answer for this question. And one request to the organizing committee that to make this session more effective, make an arrangement that yes, the speaker and the audience all can see each other. That gives a feel of face-to-face in face-to-face discussion in digital world, right, Amit?
Yes, yes, Sanjeev. Should I speak, Sanjeev?
Yes.
हाँ हाँ. So now, as first of all, so thank you very much for this presentation. अच्छा, जब भी जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट हैं, मैं एक दो बात पहले उनको भी कहना चाहूँगा. आई थिंक आप सभी व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप से कनेक्टेड होंगे, क्योंकि लिंक वहीं से जनरेट हम करते हैं, वहीं शेयर करते हैं. तो अगर नहीं है तो मैंने फ्लैश किया है, मेरा व्हाट्सएप नंबर भी है और MetFor नेटवर्क का जो ग्रुप का इनविटेशन ले. आप फीडबैक इस प्रेजेंटेशन का और संजीव को भी आप डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. तो एक तो वो बात. दूसरी बात, मैं जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट हैं अभी उनको भी इनवाइट कर रहा हूँ कि जिस तरह से आज का प्रेजेंटेशन है, आप प्रेजेंटेशन देना चाहते हैं अपने हिसाब से, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ कोई ऐसा फिक्स रूल नहीं है. हम एक स्ट्रक्चर वे में हमने बनाया हुआ जरूर है, बट पूरी लिबर्टी है. आप जिस टॉपिक पे जैसा डिस्कस करना चाहते हैं, जो प्रेजेंटेशन देना चाहते हैं, तो उससे जो हमारे जितने भी ग्रुप एडमिन है, आप किसी को भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, मुझे, श्रीकर सर को, या और भी जो 3 लोग हैं. मैं आप सभी को इनवाइट भी कर रहा हूँ, और सबसे पहले तो आप सभी को थैंक यू भी कहूँगा कि आप इस प्रेजेंटेशन में पूरे टाइम रहे, ज्वाइन किए और इंटरेक्ट किए. संजीव, इफ यू लाइक टू इंटरेक्ट विद पार्टिसिपेंट, यू कैन गो अहेड.
नो डेफिनेटली. सो मेरा ओपिनियन यही था कि इस सेशन को थोड़े से और अच्छे तरीके से फील आने के लिए, बिकॉज क्या होता है कि वंस यू आर गोइंग टू प्रेजेंट समथिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन, द स्पीकर इज नॉट एबल टू really know that whether I'm connected or not connected. We as the speaker keeps on speaking, and if there is no, yes, okay, like that should be there in between, some questions, some interactions. Yes, please stop here, I need to ask something. Like interaction has to be there. Correct. So that it will be make it more interesting. And very rightly said by Amit. See, जब MetFor नेटवर्क में मेरा ये तीसरा सेशन है एज ए रिमेम्बर. इसके पहले 2 सेशन मैंने लिया था, एक डिसीजन एनालिसिस के ऊपर और एक लिया था क्वालिटी बायस के ऊपर. तो जब पहली बार मुझे ऑफर मिला था, आई वाज रियली हेजिटेंट कि ऑडियंस में कौन कौन होंगे, मे बी सम इंडस्ट्री ओनर और सम सीनियर्स. मैंने कभी किया नहीं है, विल आई बी एबल टू स्पीक प्रॉपर्ली, मेरी इंग्लिश उतनी अच्छी नहीं है, मतलब लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वेर देयर इन माइंड. बट आई टुक दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. नहीं, ये एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो कि हमारे जैसे लोगों के लिए ही है, और हम इसे इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं निर्भीक होकर के अपने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल को और अपने प्रेजेंटेशन स्किल को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए. राइट. सो मेरा भी ये अपील रहेगा आप सभी लोगों से कि एक्टिवली इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए. हर संडे पॉसिबल नहीं है, वी डू एग्री. मे बी अल्टरनेट संडे और मे बी वन संडे ऑफ द मंथ, जब भी आपको लगता है कि चलो ठीक है आज कुछ प्लान नहीं है, तो इट्स बेटर टू इन्वेस्ट दिस क्वालिटी टाइम। सी, आज हमने जो कुछ भी किया, मैंने पहली सेशन में स्टार्टिंग में ही बोला था कि मैं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं बताने वाला हूँ जो आपको पता नहीं है, और मैं इस सब्जेक्ट का एक्सपर्ट भी नहीं हूँ। तो भी मैंने हिम्मत करी कि नहीं ठीक है, मैं इस टॉपिक पे बोलूँगा। सो ये इससे एक अपना फायदा होता है, अपना कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ता है पब्लिक प्लेस पे, पब्लिक फोरम में बोलने का, और कुछ तो हम नया सीखते हैं। कुछ आपने हमसे सीखा होगा, कुछ हमने आपसे सीखा होगा, राइट? सो इट्स बेटर टू get connected and you make best use of this forum. So I really thank to Mr. Srikar Senoy, who has this thought in his mind to connect the professionals together with this from this platform.
Right, right. Sanjeev, the most important.
May I request participants, if possible, it will give me a great pleasure that if all of 18 persons who are attending the session switch on their camera, or I will capture one screenshot and it will give me a pleasure.
Hello.
Hi Vikash.
Hello, Sanjeev. कैसे हो?
बढ़िया बढ़िया, आप बताइए कैसा चल रहा है सर? कहाँ है आजकल आप?
बेंगलोर में रहता हूँ।
कहाँ पे?
बेंगलोर में।
बैंगलोर, ओके। बैंगलोर कब से शिफ्ट हुए सर?
तो ऑलमोस्ट
काफी साल हो गए क्या?
20 years.
ओके, गुड। गिरधारी साहू, हाउ आर यू?
Fine, sir. It was a good session. Though today India was playing,
Yes,
but
that was
then
also a good
also I
session
attended
actually.
because it was quite interactive and a good session.
That was also a good session. India batted well.
Yes, yes, yes.
So it was not expected to score such
Yeah.
140 at a time, but yes,
Yes.
went well. So what we will do?
हाँ, मैं जस्ट कंक्लूडिंग वोट ऑफ थैंक्स ही कह रहा था। तो सबसे पहले तो थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू संजू स्पेशली, एंड थैंक यू ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट। वन लास्ट थिंग, जो कम्युनिकेशन जिसकी बात हम कर रहे थे, कम्युनिकेशन तब तक कंप्लीट नहीं होता है जब तक फीडबैक नहीं आता है। कम्युनिकेशन इज नॉट ए मोनोलॉग कि वन वे नहीं है, ये कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, तभी वो कम्युनिकेशन है। जैसे मैंने कुछ बात कही और आपने उसका रिवर्ट किया, फीडबैक दिया। तो होपफुली आप इस प्रेजेंटेशन का और मेटफॉर नेटवर्क को लिए जो भी फीडबैक है आप व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, या आप चाहे तो डायरेक्ट वहां से मुझे मैसेज भी कर सकते हैं। और इस प्रेजेंटेशन का जरूर फीडबैक ग्रुप में आप डिस्कस कीजिए तो ज़्यादा बेटर रहेगा। मैं लास्ट में कोई अगर कुछ बात कहना चाहते हैं तो आई एम इनवाइटिंग, इसके बाद मैं एंड करूंगा। तो एनी पार्टिसिपेंट वांट टू शेयर समथिंग प्लीज?
Sanjeev and Namit, it was really a very good session, and it gives us a real feeling of the what is activity and how to solve these problems in our professional life. We enjoyed it. Keep moving like this. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I think everyone want to share the moment of the India win, क्योंकि मैच मैं जस्ट अभी स्कोर भी देख रहा था, तो मैच इंडिया विल विन। तो शुड आई एंड संजय, मैं एंड कर दूं मीटिंग का?
चलो ठीक है अमित, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Okay, thank you, have a nice
We will
Sunday.
keep connecting in future also.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Vijay Chauhan is saying something.
Okay, Jawan, please continue. Jawan साहब बोलिए।
Thank you, sir. I think I'm new in this group, but I can learn more new things from this group, and this class was very great class.
So thank you
So
for
thank
the
you so much,
feedback.
sir.
Thank you for the feedback.
Okay, now I'm ending this presentation, today's meeting. Thank you, everyone. 3, 2, 1.
Yes, sir.